thank you, Sarah, for allowing us into your home today to view your beautiful project and for opening up your home for the tour as well. And again, thank you, Nate, for the opportunity to work with you on this project and for joining us here today. I think a lot of people out there would be interested to know, how did this entire process begin?
Sure. We were thinking about maybe building a house, and a friend of mine told me about a house on Sheridan that was going up, and I drove by and had a sign, Elevation Homes. So I went home immediately and looked it up and fell in love with everything and everything that they designed. I saw 2 of their parade homes online, and I knew immediately that this was the builder we wanted to build our next home, because they was clean lines, simple, and clean and contemporary. And so I called up Nate and just said, I want you to build our next home. And do you have any properties open? And do you have anything that we could look at, any sites that would be available to us? And so that's how it started. And I met with Nate, and from there, it's been bliss, right?
Yeah. So and Sarah was very forthright and said, I do want you to build our house. And so the process started there, and we began to look at who the right firms would be that would potentially be a fit. And so we met with 3 different firms, all of which have unique characteristics, and ultimately she felt, I think, and Joe felt most comfortable working with Andrea. And so that's where it started, and from there the design process happened. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about that.
Sure. It starts like most architectural residential design projects, where you have a programming meeting, and Sarah came very prepared, which was incredibly useful. She had inspiration photos. She had actual projects. There was a Better Homes and Gardens home that probably was the top precedent project to go off of in terms of room sizes and adjacencies and layouts. It was already very thoughtfully organized. So after the programming meeting, we worked towards our first design meeting, in which we presented a number of schemes. The final scheme actually was an evolution of the original schemes. And with Elevation, it's a very efficient design process. It actually only lasts 6 to 8 weeks, I would say, on average, depending on a number of variables. And then we take it to a permit level. Once we get it to a permit level and a general bid level, then Elevation's team takes it from there and works with the homeowner directly to make certain things like finishes that you're looking at in this wonderful room, countertops, final window finishes, lighting, electrical, appliances. We make general placement of items. We get the shell in order, and then Elevation really takes it from there.
I think it's collaborative in terms of working with the architect and the homeowner. Our idea is to drive the most value that we can through our process, just because of how we've worked with you guys and with architects. We try to streamline the process to keep it as efficient as possible. It allows the architect to do what they're best at and the homeowner to be involved, but also to shoulder a lot of the burden on us in terms of basically taking the drawings and the concepts that you guys have developed and implementing them.
I'd also add that Elevation strives to provide a service that's as flexible as possible. So it's not to say that after we get permit, the architect's out the door. We're there as needed. It's up to the homeowner to decide, when do I want to call upon Swan Architecture to come. If there's something that's incredibly integral to the design, like a fireplace feature or
a stair.
A stair. Like in this case, in this home, the stair became absolutely essential to the integrity of this home. It ties everything together. So absolutely, our involvement was there to make sure that it was executed well.